was so late to work, there was so much traffic, and my inbox was so full, and I just can't. And now my makeup's on the wall. My day! But it doesn't matter because today I have the perfect guest. He's a former monk, and now he's bringing meditation to the world. Please welcome the co-founder of the app Headspace, Andy Puddicombe. Andy, cure me, fix my, no pressure. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me on.
I am so intrigued. I have so many things I want to ask you. I'm fascinated by your life. We'll talk all things Headspace, but first I just want to know, how does one become this meditation guru? Like, what in your life happened to put you on this trajectory?
Well, first of all, I should say, I mean, that's definitely not how I see myself. I see myself genuinely like as a student of meditation. I started when I was really young. My mum was into it. I was 10, 11 and kind of started sort of then. And then I think later on in life, not to go into too much detail, but I was involved in an accident. A drunk driver crashed into a whole group of us after a party, killed a couple of friends and injured so many people. And for me, that was a real kind of turning point in my life where I had to kind of ask myself, what was important in life? How was I going to find a sense of contentment? How was I going to deal with a mind that was crazy and always out of control? So eventually, I decided that becoming a Buddhist monk.
No, Andy, let me ask you this. I feel like there's two words that I use very often that I truthfully don't know the difference between, and I'd love for you to help explain. Meditation and mindfulness. What is the difference? Are they interchangeable?
I love that question because more often than not, they are used interchangeably. The way I was taught, they're really different things. And it's important we understand the difference because the impact, the potential, if we understand the two, is really different. So mindfulness, we all have it, Lily, we all have those moments in life where we just feel really present, really grounded, not distracted. It might be listening to your favorite bit of music. It might be, I don't know, for me, it was watching the sunset go down just now. Like there are so many different kind of moments in the day when we might feel like that. It's just that they don't happen that often. And when they do happen, they don't last that long. So we got to find a way to kind of train that quality and to remind ourselves what that feels like. And meditation is just that skill. We take ourselves out of everyday life, we pause, and we kind of learn how to be less distracted, how to be more present, so we can then take that back into everyday life. That's the difference between the two.
We live in a world where we have lots of distraction. Most people, when they wake up, the first thing they do is pick up their phone, let a whole bunch of news, tweets, and stuff into their mind. Now, when you're in the Himalayas, I'm sure you're getting rid of all those distractions, but then you moved back into this world. And so how do you recommend applying those things you learned to a world that's just so different?
A lot of it's been experimentation, just simple stuff on my phone. Like a lot of people say they find their phone really stressful. I don't find the phone stressful. Sometimes I find the information coming through the phone stressful. So what I do is make sure that I limit the amount of information coming through my phone. I turn off sounds, I turn off notifications, I clear my home screen. For me, that helps keep me sane. And I think it's really important that we all recognize the responsibility that we have as individuals to set things up in a way that works for us and not how other people would like to kind of force feed us information.
Wow!
But hey.
Wow! Bars on bars. I am blown away. That is, it's our choice to protect our peace. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. Now, okay, I have a friend who really tries to meditate. She always says that, like, I can't find the time, or she always says that I get distracted if I really try to sit down and meditate. My mind keeps going crazy. So what would you recommend for me? I mean her, for my friend. This is not me, this is for my friend who she has a very stressful job and stuff, and she was telling me to ask you.
Yeah. So look, I think there's a few things. Number one, it is prioritizing it, and it sounds obvious, but unless we actually take the time out to do it, we're not going to feel the benefit. We're not going to experience the difference. So think kind of little and often. Start with maybe 3 minutes a day and connect it to something that you already do. So in the morning, you might think, okay, shower and meditate. After shower, you sit down for 3 minutes and you meditate. And then the final thing I'd say, Lily, is be kind to yourself. We are so judgmental, so critical, not only of others, but also of ourselves. We have so much kind of inner chatter going on in our mind. Don't worry, if your mind is kind of busy and it feels chaotic, don't worry. Don't think you're doing something wrong. That is the process of meditation. So give yourself time, be kind to yourself.
Okay, Andy, we gotta talk about Headspace, but specifically I wanna talk about Headspace Guide to Meditation, which is on Netflix. I wanna talk all things, but first, let's check out this clip.
When was the last time that you stopped, that you were still, that you put down your phone, that you got rid of all the distractions around you? When was the last time that you did nothing? And by nothing, I really mean nothing. Hi, I'm Andy, and welcome to Headspace Guide to Meditation.
You know, Andy, that's your voice, obviously. You said I'm Andy. I can't describe your voice in any other way except for your voice literally hugged me just now. Like, your voice hugged me. Like, that's what it feels like. It's so incredible. So what can people expect from Headspace Guide to Meditation, besides guided meditations?
For me, like this was a dream, because it's more than just a guided meditation. It's kind of, how do we deal with anxiety on a very practical level in our life? How do we deal with sadness, with anger? How do we free our minds from all the limitations that we have, the storytelling that we have in our minds, so that we kind of actually can live our full potential, whatever that might be.
Right.
And so for me, like the idea, having the space to actually tell those stories and create that feeling alongside the guided meditation felt like it was the app, like times 10.
Now, obviously, you know, there's so many ways to connect with you through the Headspace app and through Headspace Guide to Medication, same thing maybe, on Netflix. The world has obviously been going through quite a time. So if you could give a summary of like, this is what I would recommend and how to deal with anger and anxiety, what would you say? I'm
biased. I do think a daily meditation practice kind of really changes everything, like anxiety building up in your mind. So there's a relaxation response and there's a stress response. When we feel anxious, we're moving towards a stress response. An idea pops into our mind. We feel anxious about something. The body recognizes that thought, and then we start getting, maybe it's tightening of the chest, palpitations, maybe it's butterflies in the stomach. And then the mind goes, it recognizes what's going on in the body and goes, oh my God, I am anxious. And then it kind of, and then we get caught in a loop. So at some point we have to kind of step out of that cycle. And the easiest way to do that is to kind of become more aware of the physical body, more aware of a point of contact. So we're not suppressing the thoughts. We're not saying that anxiety is bad. We're not saying that it's not normal. We're simply kind of saying, okay, anxiety, you do your thing. I'm just going to shift my focus to, maybe if we're standing up, it might be the sensation of the feet on the floor. If we're sitting down, it might be the sensation of the body against the seat. But if we can do that very gently for even 10, 20, 30 seconds, then it's enough for the thoughts to subside and for the emotion to sort of quieten down a little bit. So just taking out those short periods of time can make such a difference, not only to how we feel, but also to the folks around us, right?
Wow. Will, do you feel the feet? Do you feel the ground under your feet? Feel it right. Everybody feel the ground under your feet right now. Not for too long though, because we're running out of time. I'm kidding. Hey, thanks so much for watching this clip. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more just like it. If you don't, none of us can leave sad.